New tonight, there's a brand new hope for small business owners. In fact, many are now allowed to finally reopen their stores after almost 2 months of waiting. It's all part of Indiana's second stage to finally get everyone back on track. Today, our Lauren Kostick went to Franklin, where there she found some business owners who are still being a little cautious.
It's the day small business owners in downtown Franklin have been waiting for, opening their doors again and letting in their customers. But that process hasn't been so easy.
Will we wear masks and ask our customers to wear masks? There's a lot to consider.
Debbie Pearson owns Toodly Doo Toys downtown. Like many others, she's been doing online orders to keep her business going. But despite being allowed to reopen, Pearson is still taking it slow.
Because we are so high touch and a relatively small space, we just want to make sure everybody feels good about being back in the store.
Stage 2 of the governor's plan to get Indiana back on track means small businesses can reopen, but at 50% capacity, which can be a little challenging, especially for those that don't have a lot of space.
It is the tiniest of tiny stores.
Tiffany Phillips owns Wild Geese Bookshop. With such a small space, she isn't in a rush to let anyone in anytime soon.
Just a complicated time, and there's no quick, easy solution.
She is allowing customers to come pick up their customized orders or even peer into the store to pick something out.
We are a place where people go when they've had a really bad day, so we've just had to adapt.
And she isn't alone. Down the street, Toria Catlin owns Middle David's Artesian Candles. She is still open for pickup, but wants to wait a week before making any big changes.
The restaurants open next week. That'll bring more foot traffic to downtown, so it might be a more reasonable time to open up.
Even though there is no rush, owners can't help but get excited about seeing their favorite customers again soon.
We have lots of conversations in our shop, and the personal aspect of it is missing.
Lauren, thank you so much. Now, once a county has been in stage 2 for 1 week, restaurants can then also reopen to 50% capacity. Now, people will have to sit at smaller size tables and not at the bar. Also, personal services like hair salons, they can also reopen, but by appointment only.
Most of Indiana is now in stage 2 of this reopening process, except for the 3 counties with the highest number of positive cases, Marion, Cass, and Lake County. Now, some people are asking what kind of impact this would have on some of the surrounding counties around these 3 hotspots. And state leaders said that's one of the things they'll pay close attention to.
The virus doesn't know any lines in terms of spread, and that's why we've said what happens on the other side of the border, obviously we're mindful of, we're looking at, it factors in.
Some of the donut counties around Indianapolis have some of the highest number of cases in our state. Hamilton County with 845 positive cases, Hendricks County has 774, and Johnson County has 718. Right now, Marion County and Lake County are set to begin stage 2 May 11th. Cass County will have to wait until May 18th. Indiana has more than 20,000 positive cases statewide. State leaders said they'll look at a number of different factors beyond just the number of positive cases that may jump. 2 of the other factors that they're taking a close look at will be testing and contact tracing. The first 20 expanded testing sites are set to open on Wednesday. You can register now. We've got the link posted for you on WTHR.com, along with the phone number you can call.
As you can imagine, we have been getting a lot of questions from you about this new stage of reopening. What does it mean? What's allowed to open? And what's staying the same? Well, tonight, our own Karen Campbell answers a few of those common questions that you may have on our Facebook page to clear up some of that confusion.
As Indiana slowly begins to reopen, many Hoosiers want to make sure it's done safely. On Monday, Governor Eric Holcomb issued stage 2 guidelines for all Hoosiers, leaving some confused. Mel Barnett asks, how do we know phase 1 went okay? Didn't we just do phase 1 at the end of last week? Aren't we supposed to have waiting periods? Stage 1 began March 23rd with that stay-at-home order only allowing essential businesses to operate. Since then, Holcomb says there's been a drop in the number of COVID-19 patients in hospitals, more available testing, hospital beds, and ventilators. Brenda Trent asks, when will restrictions be lifted on the number of people allowed to attend a funeral? According to Holcomb, this falls in line with guidelines for religious services. He says social gatherings of 25 people may take place following social distance guidelines. Annika Nolan-Cook asks, does Mayor Joe Hochstadt's stay-at-home order apply to churches? Are worship services considered essential? Yes and yes. Hochstadt and Holcomb agree that religious services should continue streaming virtually or conduct drive-up services. Holcomb says religious services may take place beginning May 8th, following several recommendations. Aside from social distancing, everyone should use hand sanitizer and wear masks. People with underlying health conditions or anyone over the age of 65 should stay home and watch services virtually. Also, no materials, no food or drinks, offer multiple services, and when it comes to communion or collection, do so safely to avoid contact. On Friday, Hochstadt released this statement. In the coming days, Marion County public health leaders will analyze this phased approach to assess how it can be implemented in Indianapolis. It is my intention to provide additional guidance to residents and businesses next week as to how we can begin to work our way through these phases. A way forward for some to get back to a sense of normalcy.
Karen, our thanks to you.